Is the L real?
Let's go! The salt is real, I know that.
Yes.
But I don't know about the L.
The L. So this is a mystery of Nintendo. This is urban nerd myth that, rumors get passed around as to what it means. And it comes from, originally, Super Mario 64.
Right. And as we make hundreds of videos, we continue to cover every corner and aspect of everything ever.
Yes, we want to cast a wide net to where we leave no stone unturned. This was actually a fan-suggested episode from Rachel. Thank you for suggesting this episode.
Oh, she's a big Mario 64 fan. This is perfect.
Big time, yes.
Well, this was an Easter egg, a mystery. It was in Super Mario 64 on a statue in the courtyard where the entrance to the Big Boo's haunted house is located. So the reason that there's some mystery around it is because, one, textures were so low res that it was very hard to read.
Yes.
And two, because even if you could read it correctly, you don't know what it means.
Exactly.
L is real, 2049. Isn't that right?
No, 2401. 2401.
Yes.
And
so hard to read.
And it is. And it depends also on the angle that you look on it.
Right.
Because if you look at it at a different angle, it says Eternal Star.
Right.
So it depends on the way you look at it. And people speculated as to exactly what this meant. People thought that L referred to Luigi.
Right.
Who they thought was going to be playable in the game.
And usually it does. Mm-hmm. And usually he is.
Yes. Usually he is some secret. Super Mario Galaxy. I don't have to say spoiler alert. It's been 10 years. He's playable in Super Mario Galaxy. He's even called Mr. L as a secret identity in Paper Mario, the evil version of Luigi.
Yeah, and this was a weird sentence, especially back in the day. That was before people started saying what do they say?
The poop is real. The poop is real.
Really?
Yeah, that's real. Or, yeah.
There's a really common one.
That's real talk.
The struggle is real.
Struggle is real, yeah. I knew it was an S word. I wasn't going to go there.
All right. So, no one ever said a sentence like this.
Yeah.
I feel bad for some poor saps that they were just theorizing on, okay, that means Luigi's in this game, so how do you unlock Luigi? And they said, collect every coin in the game.
And they theorized that 2401 meant that there were 2,401 coins, and that would unlock Luigi. Also to note is that this was before it's not before the internet, but it's before the internet became a popular source for real information.
Yeah,
this is the time frame of misinformation on the internet where you go on looking for secrets in games and you could find anything from soup to nuts, whether it was real, whether it was fake. Everybody would talk about it.
I'm just kidding.
No.
From our game name episode?
Milk and nuts. Nuts and milk. Anyway.
Normally you just spend 5 minutes dialing up, send an email to your friend and log off.
Yeah.
So
it was not what it is today.
This is the first Mario game where Luigi wasn't playable.
Exactly.
Glenn's going to correct me. Some obscure game, but
well,
Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, and World.
Yeah, the mainline Mario games, there's always some sort of Luigi. They have this mysterious plaque.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Probably placeholder text. A lot of games have placeholder stuff. Zelda, Metroid. Not so much Zelda because you can walk up to things and do an action button to read it. But speaking of Zelda, this kind of textured plaque, it reappeared in Ocarina of Time, and that's what makes this all the more mysterious, is it wasn't just some random thing. It definitely seems like it was intentionally placed twice now. And you don't get very many opportunities to see game crossover like that.
That's true. It's pretty random. Another theory that if I don't mention it, Glenn will probably mention something, is that this was talking about Paper Mario, and that the subtext was talking about Paper Mario, and that Luigi would be playable in Paper Mario, which came out on 2/5 of 2001. Not 2/4 of...
February 5th?
Yeah, 2401, people thought was a date.
Wow.
But it came out 2501, the next day after that. But that doesn't seem to be necessarily the case because that was a long way off. Personally, I think that Eternal Star, seen from a different angle, is the most likely case for it.
Yeah. Other
than that, I think that most of the angles are gibberish. Because every time I look at it, all I see is 1HNHY, and then it looks like an emoji of a guy who fell over in his office chair. That is exactly what it looks like to me.
So it could have been one of the programmers or artists fell over in his office chair. Coworkers made fun of him.
And you put it
in the game.
And hieroglyphics, yes. I personally think that this is, meant to look like some text.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that... I don't know if you know about the secret book of Noki Bay. Are you familiar with this legend?
I think I have forgotten about this.
Okay, so in Noki Bay, there's that level where the guy throws you and shrinks you in and puts you in the bottle.
Yep.
You go in the bottle, and at the bottom, there's like this structure that looks like it fell over, and there's a door. You cannot open the door, and it's thought that in the door... there's a room, and that's seeable. I mean, if you put the camera at certain janky angles, you can see it. And if you use your hover nozzle and you put on and off your hover nozzle, you can actually enter the room, glitch into it. And there's a book there. You can't open it. You can't interact with it. It's thought that might have been the original objective of the level, but it would have been too easy. You just go to the bottom and open the door and go in. But nobody knows exactly why that book's there. I find that a little bit more interesting than gibberish on a plaque, in my opinion.
I agree, and I think more stuff like this would be great, where there's hidden things to find within the game world, and where it might even be a continuous narrative between games. That'd be so cool.
It would.
If there were like hints to a future Nintendo game that you could find in like Breath of the Wild, and then another part in Super Mario Odyssey, and maybe even like Rabbids,
Are you familiar with Sword Quest? Sword Quest, this is outside of Nintendo. I don't know if I can go there. Maybe I have to call Dark Simeon in for an episode with this. Sword Quest...
So he told you about this.
Yes. He told me about this.
Okay.
Where Sword Quest was an Atari game. Back in the day, in the 80s, you get the game, and the game in itself doesn't make sense, but you buy it with a comic.
Ooh.
You find clues in the game, which lead you to clues in the comic. You send in your clues to the game company, and if you solve all the clues, you get to go to the headquarters for a tournament. And if you win like a sword, like a little sword made out of gold.
Holy smokes.
And there were like 4 of these games planned, but only 2 of the tournaments happened, and all of the treasures were real, and they went mysteriously missing.
Oh my goodness.
This whole like finding hidden clues in games is so hype, and yet not done anymore.
Wow.
Needs to happen. It's an epic quest that deserves to happen. Make it happen, Nintendo. Give us those secrets.
What's really interesting about L is Real, lastly, is that there's no real statement on it. Like, from Nintendo?
No, they have never made anything official on it.
So this will be one of our questions to Miyamoto in our future interview, right?
Indeed. Is the L real?
We might have to show him her Hylian booty tattoos in order to coerce him.
Yes. We are dedicated fans.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew.
Don't forget to check out our website, twobuttoncrew.com, where we have content every single day of the week.
You'll never be bored. See you guys next time.
Signing out.